What does that even mean, Bowers Game Corner?
Ahoy there, YouTube! I'm back again today for another game review. And today I'm very excited to check out Iron and Ale from Table Forge LLC. This is for 3 to 8 players for ages 18 plus. It'll take you about 45 plus minutes to play. And in Iron and Ale, you will be taking control of some drunken dwarves, playing some drunken dwarven games, exploring mountains, fighting monsters, and getting into physical challenges with your buddies. Sound intriguing? Let's open it up, see how it plays. Alright, we're going to take a look at what you're going to get inside of Iron and Ale. So first and foremost, we have our handy dandy rule sheet. I'd say it's about 7 or 8 pages, double-sided, full color. It's a very, very simple rule sheet. It does its job pretty well, and it'll have you up and running in no time at all. And also, I can probably teach you the game right now, and because it is so simple. So in this game, what you're going to be trying to do is you're going to be trying to get the most victory points before one of these 2 stacks of cards run out. Once one of these stacks of cards run out, you're going to tally up your victory points. Whoever has the most is going to be the winner of the game. That doesn't make much sense to you now, but we'll go over the components, and then it will make some more sense. So first and foremost, each player is going to have their own unique character, and they will all have a special ability. So for instance, let's take a look at this guy. We got Zegad Marrowgrind. He's going to drink 3, but he can become the challenger of a current Mead Hall challenge, which means if he's willing to take 3 drinks, he's going to be able to take a challenge if he's really good at something. Next, we have Endon Goldknuckle. Give 1 gold to a Dwarven Lord. That Dwarven Lord accepts a challenge in your place. So if you know you're going to lose something, you can give up a gold to do that. That really is if you think you're going to lose and you don't want to drink for the most part. We got Namik Ironhand. Copy a Dwarven Mead Hall challenge. Choose a new Dwarven Lord to challenge by drinking that card's drink penalties. So as you can see, none of the special abilities are particularly amazing for the most part. They're all just there really to get you more drunk, which is, kind of the point of this game. So next, you're going to have the mountain cards. And on your turn, each turn, you're going to be exploring the mountain. And this is the mountain deck. There are 3 kinds of cards in the mountain deck. The first one are going to be resources, which will be iron and gold. Now, if you find iron, it's going to be worth 1 point. If you find gold, it's going to be worth 2 points. And if you have those at the end of the game, they will give you that many points. Pretty self-explanatory. Now, next, you're going to fight lots of monsters when you come up in the mountain. And these are the monsters. There's skeletons and trolls and giants and all sorts of fantasy things. But the important thing to pay attention to are these 3 numbers right here. So here's the strength. So when you come up to this, you're going to have to roll a die. And as long as you get a 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6, you're going to defeat the skeletons because ties go to the what are we called? We're called the dwarves, those guys. So I have successfully done that, which means I would gain 1 victory point at the end of the game, so I would keep this card in front of me. So let's pretend, though, that I had gotten a 1 and I had lost. That means that this is going to get reshuffled back into the deck for someone else to face, and also I would have a drink penalty of 2 drinks. So that would kind of stink. So, those are the kind of cards you're going to get in there. You're going to get monsters, and then you're going to get resources. But at the very bottom of the deck, there's also going to be 1 red dragon, which is going to net you 5 points if you can beat it. However, it's going to be very, very difficult to beat, because you're not going to have to roll just once, but actually twice when you face this. And as I mentioned, you were going to say, I'm going to face the red dragon this turn. So at full strength, he's going to have, I believe that's a 4, which means you're going to have to roll a 4, 5, or 6. Then you're going to have to roll again against him and get a 3, 4, 5, or 6. But if you do that, you're going to get those 5 victory points. However, if you don't, you're going to have to take that many drinks, which I think is once again a 4. I'm terrible, terrible, terrible at Roman numerals. So the red dragon is at the bottom of the deck. So once you've drawn those, you're going to move over here to the Mead Hall phase. And these are going to be cards that you're going to draw at the end of your turn. And then this is generally going to have you challenging someone to something. And I'll just go ahead and read a couple of them off to you. Empty your mug into another lord's. This one you're just going to be giving someone your beer. Each Dwarven Lord bets how many punches to the shoulder they will take from you. Highest bidder accepts challenge. Challenger loses if they make a sound or flinch. Next, we have the Challenge Another Dwarven Roar. Roll the die in secret. If opponent guesses correctly, they win, and they would win that many victory points, or potentially be taking that many drinks. Each Dwarven Lord uses their pinky finger to lift the table. First to drop loses honor and drinks. And so you might have to lose some of your honor or take some drinks. But as you can see, they're pretty silly challenges. This one, I believe, is other Dwarven Lord chooses a Lord for you to smell. Guess correctly and gain the gain. So you'll be smelling people, you'll be having stare-offs, people getting slapped in the face, punched in the arm, doing push-ups, sit-ups, all sorts of silly shenanigans. So now I will run you through the game real quick and show you exactly how it works, because it is very, very simple. So on your turn, what you're going to do is you're going to be drawing what's called the mountain phase. You're going to draw the top 2 cards from the mountain phase, which you do it one at a time. So I'd have a gold ingot, so that'd be great, and a silver ingot. That would be a fantastic start to this phase. And next, you'll move on to the Mead Hall phase, where you will draw the top card, challenge another Dwarven Lord to sit on your back while in the plank position. So if you can do that for 15 seconds, then you will gain the victory points. If not, well, then you'll take 2 drinks. Also, if you don't want to try and do the challenge because you know you're going to fail, you can just take the 2 drinks and ignore the card. And that's pretty much all you're going to be doing on your turn. But there is one more unique twist in this game, as this is kind of a fun thing, is that this game encourages betting, because you're going to have this iron and gold, and everyone is allowed to bet with everyone else. So you might say, all right, I don't think he's going to be able to do it. I bet a gold that he cannot do it, and so you might have some betting going on around the table. But anywho, once your turn is up, the next player is going to continue to do that until one of these stacks of cards is ran out. Once it's ran out, that will be the end of the game. Tally up the victory points, and the person with the most victory points will be the winner of Iron and Ale. And that, in a nutshell, is how the game is played. Okery dokery. Iron and Ale from Table Forged LLC. What are my final thoughts? Let's go to the pros. Let's go over the cons. First, on the con side, there is a lot of cons in this game. So let's get over the obvious ones. First and foremost, this is a drinking game. This is built from the ground up to be a drinking game, which is not going to be everybody's cup of tea. Now, there's a lot more game in this drinking game than a lot of drinking games, but this is still, when it boils down to it, a drinking game, which means a couple of things. First and foremost, the player abilities on the dwarf cards are all pretty meh. Sometimes you'll get a good one, which will really help you to win the game, and sometimes you'll get one that will be completely terrible, and you'll be like, this is the worst card ever, because I don't mind taking drinks. There's some that will, help you take less drinks, and it's like, why would I possibly want to take less drinks? I'm playing this game. I want to get drunk, right? I mean, that's how this works. Some other qualms about the game. I hate Roman numerals. I really do. They bug the heck out of me, and that's probably just a me thing. I'm sure there's some other dumb Americans out there like me who just don't know Roman numerals and don't have to ask their wife and then feel embarrassed about it. Also, there's physical challenges, which is not going to be for everybody. I mean, really, there is. And I think there's just a little bit too many of those physical challenges in there. Now, I don't mind physical challenges, but a lot of them really rely on you being in strength and being in shape, which when I think of gamers, I don't really think of that too much. I wish there were more varied challenges that weren't so many in physical strength in nature. But they do give you the option to cop out and just take the drink penalty, which is nice so you don't have to embarrass yourself. And, I mean, pretty much you know what you're getting into with this game. You have to know what kind of crowd to play this game with. And I have a lot of cons, and it sounds like I don't like the game. Let me assure you, I really enjoyed Iron and Ale. This game is for me. I feel like this game was designed by bras for bras. When I say bras, I mean bros, not bras as in, whatever. It's a lot of fun, and I'll boil it down to this. If you would ever consider purchasing something like this game's probably going to be for you. I like it. I like it a lot because I love drinking games. My problem with most drinking games is they're too unstructured, and there's not enough going on, and they don't really feel like a game. This does feel like a game. Now it is like I mentioned, some cards are overpowered, especially some of the dwarf cards, and they aren't completely balanced, but in a game like this you don't really care, because this game is all about drinking and having fun with your friends. And if this game sounds like it might be for you, I'm pretty much going to say that it is going to be for you. It's sold out at Gen Con. I know they got an expansion on the way, which I would really love to check out. And it's just a lot of fun. I mean, this is a fun drinking game. It plays up to 8 players. You know, there's constant involvement because you're either going to be, you know, getting challenged or doing challenges or betting on people. And I really do like the betting aspect. I'm really glad that is in the game because, especially when you play with a larger player count, if you're not getting challenged, it means you're not into the game. But the betting brings you back into the game because you're like, oh, there's no way. There is no way that Larry is going to be able to do that. And I like that an awful lot. Over and all, Iron and Ale is a very, very fun game that I personally enjoy an awful lot. Is it going to be for everybody? No. Is it going to be for you if you want to play it but you're not drinking? Probably not. But if you want to drink, if you don't mind physical challenges, physical contact, getting slapped, getting punched, then this one is definitely going to be for you. Iron and Ale, for me personally, I really, really enjoy it, but your mileage may vary. So, that's Iron and Ale from Table Forge LLC. In the comments below, let me know what is your favorite drinking game. For me personally, it's always beer pong. It probably always will be beer pong. I just love beer pong. But I think of the drinking games that are actual games that I've played, this one might be right up there with Drunk Quest, which I would love to get a copy of and review eventually. But I really enjoy Iron and Ale. But what is your favorite drinking game? Let me know in the comments below. And as always, if you enjoyed this content, please be sure to click on the subscribe button down below. Thanks for your time, YouTube. That was the review for Iron and Ale. For more reviews and previews, check back at Bowers Game Corner.
Choose another dwarven lord to slap you in the face.
Lately.
2, 3. No! Don't lose, Melina!
Wait, did my wife win or she lose?
No, shoulders.
Is that not far enough? Oh, so like right here?
Shoulder.
Okay.
There was much more fight.
Come on, dear.
I don't want to hurt
She's exerted all of her energy. Pull her.
2, 3.
Finish her. Finish her.
No!
Yes!
It's so good. Oh, you're done.
That's Bowers Game Corner. That's my wife. She's awesome.
Is the door open? I felt like there was a breeze.